So earlier this evening, Joe Biden held what he called a virtual town hall, basically a live stream where he was going to take questions directly from Americans and air it live on the internet. And front to back, guys, it was an unmitigated disaster. And I'm not exaggerating. First, it only lasted a few minutes because of various technical issues, but more importantly, it's yet another piece of evidence of Joe Biden's rapid, obvious, and severe cognitive decline. That's really the story in this particular town hall live stream, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you a clip that makes that super, super clear.
The public option, providing for the additional funding that would provide for no hidden bills, etc. And I can get it done. I can get it done quickly, and people will be covered. But even I can't do that for another a year between now and November. Or actually January. But to be covered, which means that they can't build any factories or anything within 1 mile of the estuary of the Delaware River and the Atlantic Ocean and the Chesapeake. And so the whole point of this is that we can do a lot to deal with endangered species. And one of the things I would like to raise is that we have to deal with this on an international basis as well. Because right now, for example, we have a thing, Brazil has the Amazon is burning because they're trying to clear the Amazon in order to make money in agriculture.
So what you see there is that Joe Biden basically doesn't know what year it is. He doesn't know if he would be president this year, next year, the year after that. He's all over the place, and you might say it's just an innocent slip up, but in the broader context, it shows a man who doesn't always know what day or month or year it is. That's evident. And it's also connected to the fact that he doesn't really always understand what office he's running for. Biden has said in recent weeks that he's actually running for the Senate. And if you don't like him, you can vote for the other Biden. Biden has also often mixed up what state, what community he's in. So in essence, in this campaign alone, you have a presidential frontrunner who doesn't know what office he's running for, doesn't know what year it is, and doesn't know where he is at all times. And I'm not suggesting that that's Biden every moment of every day, but there are clear instances in the public of Biden not being fully aware and cognizant of his surroundings and his contexts. And that's very troubling. And you also see Biden here just seemingly forget that he's on camera as he walks off the side of the screen to take the call, like he's talking at his home, not understanding, not remembering, not getting that he's actually doing this for an audience and he needs to be there on the camera. And then you see this awkward moment where they just flash the Joe Biden, text me at this number, title card, and then they eventually cut the stream as Biden is rambling on the phone to whoever the heck he's talking to. And that's basically how this ended. So you got a few minutes of a horridly run live stream town hall, whatever it is, and you got two pieces of evidence of Biden's notable cognitive decline. When you compare this to Bernie Sanders and the conversations he's had over the past couple days, the speeches he's given, but also the questions from the media he's taken, you can see the night and day difference. Joe Biden and his team can't run a live stream, and Joe Biden really struggles with basic functions that you expect from a mayor, from a basic level politician, let alone the president of the United States. Whereas Bernie Sanders is basically acting like the leader America needs right now, as every day he's speaking about the crises that face the country, how we can deal with them in the short, medium, and long term. And while doing that, taking questions from the media, sometimes tough questions that haven't been run by him, and with a sharp and concise tone, answering them, giving people confidence. Bernie Sanders, over the past couple days, has given people, in my view, all the confidence they should need that he is ready to be president for regular moments, but also moments of great challenge. And what you saw from Joe Biden there, guys, I have to be honest, shouldn't inspire confidence in anyone. And I get it. Biden is the choice of the neoliberal establishment. And I get it. He has the momentum right now as it pertains to delegates, popular votes, number of states won. You know, Biden on the math of the campaign, of the primary, has all the advantages. But when you see something like this, guys, it really should make you pause for a second if you're a Democratic Party supporter or primary voter or you're a Democratic strategist. I get it. You don't want Bernie to win because Bernie's actually going to challenge the powers that be. And the elites in the Democratic Party don't actually want that. They want someone to pretend to do that, but not actually do that. They know Bernie would actually do that. But if you do want to defeat Donald Trump, and you do want to win the election, and when you do win the election, you want somebody who's going to be a competent president who is there intellectually, emotionally, morally for the job, then Bernie Sanders is the only choice you got right now. Joe Biden just isn't up for the task. Joe Biden's team isn't up for the task. They can't run a live stream. Joe Biden is really struggling with basic mental health functions. It is time for people to start shifting their support to Bernie Sanders. Because while a lot of Biden supporters and the neoliberal media are basically saying this primary is over, the reality is that not even half the delegates are in yet, and the gap between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden is tiny relative to the overall amount of delegates that are available in the process and the overall amount of delegates you need to actually win a majority on the first ballot, meaning that there's a lot to play for. There's still time for people to change their minds, to look in this crucial moment as America and the world faces a crisis, that Joe Biden is not ready and Bernie Sanders is. Of course, we know Donald Trump isn't ready. We know that. But out of the two Democrats that have an opportunity to run for president, Bernie Sanders is the one who's ready. Make the right choice, folks.